What's up and welcome to my guitar channel. In November, I purchased a quad Cortex. I finally received it yesterday, which I'm recording this a few days before I'm releasing the video. So it took months. Not much more to say. I'm going to open it up, have a bit of a fiddle around, and just my initial thoughts on the gear. And in about a month or so, when I'm a bit more used to it, I'm going to do a deeper dive into some different things that you can do and things that I'm really enjoying about it. All right, first things first, let's get this baby open. I don't know if this is a thing, but it is really well packaged and it has been traveling from the States. I bought it through my sister in the States and then had her deliver it to me. So it's been around the world and there's not a blemish on it. So that's good, I guess. Get this out of the way. Ooh, the same box with no plastic. Nice. Man, I'm useless sometimes. What is going on here? Why? What the actual fuck? Right. More keys. Oh yeah. Alright. Now we're cooking. I'm actually really mega excited for this. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. That is not what I expected. Woohoo, baby. Immediately it's heavier than I thought it would be, but that's okay. It's not something that you need to carry all the time. Ooh. Ooh. Alright, I know everyone mentions this, but the tactile feel to those buttons and the scrolling and stuff like that is actually really nice. And a nice solid volume dial. Yum, yum. Little power button on the top, all the different ins and outs. This looks great. I'm really happy with this. They've even done the decent thing in there is no screen protector on there, so there's no debate about whether you take it on or leave it off. You don't get the option. I like that. Last thing in this box is a whole bunch of crap, which is, I was hoping for the Australian plug because that would have buggered me up. I would have got my tool and then not been able to use it for another however long until I get this. But I've got it, so yay. Oh my god. I even get a pig. How good is this? Talk about the freebies. All right, I'm gonna pause this and set everything up and then we'll get playing and get some audio examples. Yay. I kind of lied, I am still recording, but I've just found another couple of things. So this is actually a really smart design. The way that they've got this set up, why can't I get it undone? Oh, I'm so useless right now. What the fuck? Ow. The way they've got this set up is this is a wall plug for, I don't know, somewhere, America or something. And then if you don't want to use that one, you then plug in the extension, which just slots in over the top, like so. Genius design. This covers everywhere in the world, hopefully. Ugh. Great. And there's 2 picks, not just one. And there's 4 little feet, and of course the little user manual down the bottom. But that stuff you can sort out on your own. So back to pausing and back to setting up. Okay, I've successfully put the feet on and just about to plug everything in and give it a test run. How exciting for me. It's starting, I think. I'm not going to read this thing's manual. I'm just going to have a fiddle around right now for the next probably half an hour and then come back with what I learned. I just kind of want to get an idea of how it sounds. Give me a moment to patch this up and then I'll record some stuff in, just so you get an idea of what it's like straight out of the box, and then I'll have a little fiddle around and come back to you with some more crap. Straight off the bat, I'm going to say I've just plugged the input in, and the first 2 inputs here are like multi-inputs, so XLR or things. So you could easily plug a microphone and a guitar in here, or 2 microphones, and then all this other stuff, and I really love that feature. I'm going to try and do something a bit genuine here and use the pickup that they've provided. So first things first, I'm going to tune. How the crap do I tune? Hold for tuner. Nope. Hey, moment of truth. Ooh. Let's change that. Ooh. There's a nice room reverb on that. Which I'm assuming is that guy. Ping pong delay, no. Speaker. Distant, no. How do I go back? Done. What the hell is that? Room reverb. Right, let's turn that mix down. That actually sounds great. Like, this is not a guitar tone that I would commonly use, but if someone, you know, if I went to someone's house and they had this as their setup, I'd be stoked. I'd be like, this sounds sweet. Let's do more with this. All right. I am going to pause everything this time and just have a fiddle around, see what I can find, and come back to you when I'm feeling good about it. All right, now's as good a time as any to let you know that I probably need to read the manual. First issue that I've popped into is, and it doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever, but you see here what I've done is I've found, like I've just been playing through the presets and having fun with that. I just started to play around and see what else I could do, what was new, what was different than, you know, like the Kemper or whatever that I own. I started building my first chain, but the strangest thing is that this was initially set up like this, and I just chucked a amp in there to see what they had. I know that I love the sound of the VH4 by Plugin Alliance, so I was like, I'm, you know, hoping to get some of that going, but, you know, in a different way, because that one sounds great. If I have two things that sound great that do the same thing, fantastic. But I try and add in a cab, and for some reason, I can't add in any of the cabs, which makes no sense. But I can copy it over from another instance. That's already set up. I can add in that there, but now I can't do this. Like, I just, for some reason, the cabs aren't there. It might be that I'm in scene mode here, not stomp mode there, or preset mode, but let's just try a cab. Yeah, see, they're still blanked out. I don't know why that is. I'm sure there's a reason for it. Let's go back to stomp and see cab. Yeah, no, everything's blanked out. I can't add in any of those. That makes no sense to me. I'm just gonna have to fiddle around more and see what goes on. Aside from that, this actually sounds fantastic. So, you know, it's still, that sounds still a bunch of good dynamics to it. It sounds, as far as I care, friggin' amazing, and that's just a totally dry signal. Back in the scene, let's see if we can add a delay to that. Oh, yeah, you see I've only got the option for a digital delay. Reverb, let's get some nice solo. Oh, why did they just blank out? This might just need a reset. Yeah, and I want to, let's just chuck in a, yeah, these keep blanking out. I'm going to give this a good old reset and see what happens. Reboot. So now you get to see the Quad Cortex boot time compared to the Kemper, which I complained about at length in another video. It does take a minute, apparently. Okay, I'm going to go right ahead and say this takes about the same time as my Kemper. So if I'm complaining about the startup time with the Kemper, this is like 10-year newer technology and it still takes the same amount of time. That's something that we're just going to have to live with until processing power gets better. Let's see if I can add in, I'm going to change that input so we're not running 2 amps at once. Input 1, amp, guitar, we'll try the VH4 again, channel 3, cab. Come on, cab. Hey. Hey, there we go. Loads of options now. Let's try the Roland Jazz. Get in there. Hey. Now they're all unavailable again. Yeah, I need to check the manual. I'm going to check the manual and I'll be back. So I'm actually absolutely loving this. I just decided to build a thing. I really don't know what I'm doing with this, so instead of deleting the old one, I've just built this underneath. I don't think it's going to save. I have no idea what's going on. But just an idea, I plugged a few things in. I've got a 5150 rhythm. Yeah, PV505. I'd say that's a 5150. Just a random cab from the diesel. Tucked in an overdrive, which is just a tube screamer, and the tube screamer, like, kind of basic settings. And just saw what that got me, and it got me a friggin' great. Metal. Let's turn down the presence just a bit. Yeah, I'm not such a fan of the brightness. Turn down the treble a bit. Get rid of the mid-scoot. We smash on a phaser to go true Van Halen style. Bit of delay, bit of reverb. I am finding that this interface is a bit interesting. I'm kind of having to double click a bunch of different things and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm just kind of sitting with a low viewing angle. I don't know. But yeah, but so far every single thing that I've tried on it sounds amazing. And like, what more do you really want? You want a product that's easy to use, which it's kind of 50-50 on the ease of use, much easier than the Kemper. But everything sounds good and it's kind of named a lot more closely to what the actual thing is. Like this tube screamer is called a green 808, and it's like that there is a tube screamer that's called an 808. It's colored green. Maybe they can't, like, they didn't get permission from Ibanez, but it's still, you can't get confused with that. It's exactly that pedal. Has all the same features. Chuck on the phaser, you play with the settings there and you get a different sound. Even the pitch effects, which I'll plug in right now, that sounded really amazing to me. I was really, really surprised. Let's say you decide that you want a song like your singer can't sing. Like, I've got a really low voice, so when I'm singing, it's kind of a struggle for me to get in the higher ranges. And if I write a song or something that is a bit too high pitch, at the twist of a dial, very simply, I can totally change the pitch of the song, which is just going to make it so much easier to play this stuff live. And of course, the more you change it, which has got 24 semitones up or down, the more you change it, if you're going to play a whole song on it, the more you change it, it's just going to make it kind of sound weirder and weirder. But if you keep it within, you know, a few semitones without tuning your guitar, it should be fine for most situations, and live people will not notice. But it's just kind of surprising to me because most pitch shift things really struggle. So I'm going to play this bend. See how that goes. See how much artifact we can actually hear. To me, that sounds like a pretty legit note, and it's not. It's fully pitch corrected. So that's sweet. I'm going to leave it there because I could just kind of go on and ramble and guess more, but no one really needs to see that. At the moment, I'm loving this, and I do need a few weeks with it to get really used to it and see what it's capable of. But at that point, I will check back in and show you what I've learned and how I'm using it and utilizing it to its full potential, and, you know, seeing if I can figure out why those things weren't working earlier. Which, by the way, when I made my own patch, there was none of those issues. So I really don't know what was causing the previous issues with, you know, not being able to find a cab and stuff like that. Anyway, I will let you know when I figure that stuff out a little later on, and a couple of things that I like about it and things that you can do. And of course, I'll try and keep it so it's not only Quad Cortex users can do this, because if you can replicate this elsewhere, you will get a deeper understanding of what it is actually going on. But until then, if you want to see the reason why I bought the Quad Cortex and didn't just stay with my Kemper, it's up here. That has generated a lot of hate, and, well, too damn bad. I don't like the Kemper. Simple. Other than that, I will see you next week with more stuff about music. Bye.